Hi everyone! So for my fifth and final review of an app based on my content area, I have decided to explore the app called BrainGenie, and I will be critically evaluating it using some guidelines that are laid out by Kathy Schrock. So BrainGenie is a math and science specific tool that utilizes a series of very brief videos with a narrator sort of explaining certain concepts or type of problems, and then it gives students a chance to practice and assess those skills that they should have acquired by watching and listening to the video. So let me take you to the website here. This is BrainGenie, web-based app. Notice the bold statement right here at the beginning is dominate math and science. I kind of like that in that it sounds very competitive and motivating for a student to want to master their skills, to the point where they can really prove their competence with the content. So as you can see, the page looks very organized, broken up into subjects. Let me show you, let's do a quick example here. So let's go to chemistry. And as you can see, they have a summarized list of the broader chemistry topics here on the left, and then on the right, they break them down into more specific subtopics or concepts. So let's say I need to learn more about acids and bases, and particularly calculating pH. And it loads here, it's taking a little load. The first thing that you see, which I found was sort of interesting, is the stats of these other users from like the competitive practice problems, sort of like they're trying to reel you into playing. But that's kind of cool. So anyway, here on the left, we see some even more specific subtopics. So let's click on one of them. So let's say we're calculating pH in this way. Notice that the first thing that comes up is a practice problem that you can try to solve on your own. But let's say I get this wrong, so I'm not really going to even try here, but let's just say I get that. Okay, so it gives me the answer that I gave, and then it kind of talks you through what they call our solution. So it kind of breaks down how to solve the problem, or at least how they did. There are multiple ways to do pH problems, as many of you might know, but it gives good feedback to the student, which I think is a good quality. And then if you're still having a little trouble with the concept, you can even go up here to watch video.
The hydrogen ion concentration
and
or
as you can
hydronium
see,
ion concentration using pH or POH. In this problem it says,
as you go through that video, the narrator will be describing what he's kind of doing there on the page, writing it out for you, getting just a little bit more of a nudge in that direction.
On the right side.
So at this point, I was kind of thinking to myself, this feels a little like Khan Academy, which is just another form of video instruction with on-screen writing like this. But in my honest opinion, I think I prefer Khan Academy just simply because that's what I used in high school and sometimes still in college to help me, to help guide me through concepts. And I thought his explanations on Khan Academy were just a little more lucid than what I've found on here so far. But like I said, that just mostly comes down to personal preference, not saying that this is bad at all. But with that in mind, I kind of just decided to try to find out just how this app was different. What other things did it offer that Khan Academy maybe didn't. So let's go back to the home page, and with a little searching around here, I found a list of, let's see, this About Us tab. I found a little list of support pages from its host institution, CK12 Foundation here. So it's taking a long time to load. Getting through all this here, but we go down to the CK12 Resources tab. And it has a place, I just realized just how much more extensive this website really is. So as you can see, there's all sorts of different options for teachers. So for example, they could set up their own group for their class. And let's see, the thing that I found interesting was this concepts-based learning. So for example, let's go to chemistry. I've visited this page already. Let's say we want to do balancing equations. So for example, it has not only an option to read about the background information of a concept, but also several videos to watch, real-world applications to discover, simulations and animations that you can interact with, and even more problems to practice and master your skills. So I think it does a great job in terms of, modality, function, and in terms of the universal design for learning approach. There's all sorts of different ways to obviously learn about one concept. Okay, I know I'm running out of time really quickly, but in terms of this is Kathy Schrock's Critical Evaluation Guide, and I thought I'd just point out kind of the major ones that I thought this CK12 and BrainGenie tool targeted. I think obviously modalities is a big one here, such as what I had just showed you. But I think there's also a great deal of feedback, like I said, with those practice problems. If you happen to get it wrong, kind of tells you what way to go with that. We saw in the BrainGenie tool that I think it's very user-friendly, and student motivation is also a big key, I think, in the app's encouraging nature to get students to compete against each other, maybe, in the mastery of skills. Reporting is definitely there as well, because it provides the information in a way that's available to students and teachers in the form of those stats. And we saw that that whole support page, the whole thing was technically a support page that we were on just a little bit ago for that BrainGenie app. So that obviously provides very useful information additional to the app. So to wrap up, I think this could be a really great resource for STEM educators, and thank you for watching.